We're gonna go to driving school today. Yes, we will. And I will pass with flying colors. I did ask someone to be my instructor today who will make sure that I am following all the rules properly. I do want to say that I apologize for being, reckless with my driving. It was a very bad mistake on my part. I'm human. Humans make mistakes. Hello, instructor. I am very ready for driving school today.
Wait, hill ahead it's going down?
You have passed. I passed.
You passed.
I passed?
Yes, but I do have a confession to make. I'm not a driving instructor.
She's actually the most annoying woman in the world. I'm not even kidding. Hey everyone. Wherever you are watching this video, I was just a fine Wednesday afternoon over there. One of the most baffling controversies I've covered in recent is the ExtraEmily driving incident where, like a silly girl, she drove past a red light and I was like, guys, don't worry, it happens all the time. It was a good spot of fun. From my initial video, I followed it up with her ban on Twitch, which was just 1 day long. God, and by the way, just to be clear, right, I'm not a stickler for the law, but if there's one rule you should respect and prove severity, it should be traffic laws. No? And I get that she didn't mean for it to happen, but I was flabbergasted by her response there in the car and her lackluster Discord message where she barely takes accountability. But guys, don't worry, put a smile on your face because now that Emily's back on Twitch, she's gonna show how bad she feels for almost endangering herself and other people by doing a driving test live on stream with a driving instructor who's literally just her friend, her own personal friend. She wouldn't even be bothered to be serious. She could not care less if she tried. God. So, once again, guys, for the third time, let me show you why ExtraEmily, in its controversy, has been so annoying. So her last live stream was 12 hours ago, and I think the time I have, for when she actually started speaking, and I get in the car, was around 11, let me check again, 1 second. Yeah, it was 10:40, but I'm not kidding. For 4 minutes straight, she just says, hello, thank you, hi everyone, thank you, oh great subs, donations, hi, thank you. Look at this shit, dude. Okay, let me skip past this part, it's a bit boring. Okay, but now at 14:30, it's her actual statement, her apology. But I watched it before, it's not good. She's just annoying again for ad nauseum.
Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah. I guess the only thing that I should say, okay, yeah, well there's stuff that I do want to say. I do want to say, okay. I do want to say that I apologize for being, reckless with my driving.
I apologize for being reckless, dangerous, being a bit silly. I apologize for being a bit silly. Now, one the biggest thing I was upset about with this little message was the lack of a straight apology. Like she said that was a mishap, but no actual I'm sorry, no apology. That's baffling to me. Okay, if you're a big streamer like her with how many followers? Fucking 500,000, right? You should, learn how to make an apology and treat things with severity, have some respect for what you did and how what you want to improve. Or that's when, her promise, to get better is so bizarre, just be more focused, be more locked in.
And running the red light, and it was a very bad mistake on my part, but what can you do? I just have to live and learn from it and improve.
Guys, I almost ran okay, she didn't run over anybody, but she almost did. And I should be like, guys, all I can do as a human being is improve, get better.
So that's what I'll be doing. I will just be a lot more careful. And
okay, but what does that entail though? What do you mean be more careful? Like, if you remember the clip actually, she lost focus because she was staring at her phone, to switch the camera so everyone could see the road ahead. Okay, just say simply, I won't stop focusing so much on the phone and, I'll focus more on driving while I'm in the car, streaming and saying, okay, you shouldn't stream the car, one awful idea, but if you will, just focus 100% on the road. Don't pay any mind to the phone. Just say that.
Yep. That's about it. So, yeah. I mean, I guess the only thing I can do is just improve in the future.
Improve, get better, have fun.
So,
God, all I can do is just live, laugh, and love.
Yeah. That's about it. Bosk Jeff, thank you for the prime. appreciate you.
I'm sorry. This is why you never do an apology live on stream. Just fucking like record one. Like even a 2-minute one would be perfect. You know, not too formal, because like I'm laughing at her, right? But it could be a minor apology. 2 minutes will be fine. But when you're doing a live stream, you're like, guys, I'm really sorry. Thank you for the donation. Thank you for the subscription. It's just not the best format for sort of a response.
Yep. I'm human. Humans make mistakes. It's kind of
also,
crazy.
I want to say, fuck these nerds in the bottom. They're making fun of like LSF. However, I think any rational person should have the right, to be shocked by her and her actions. And they're like, oh, LSF, they're so gay, they're so crybaby-ish. Are they?
If I just stopped at that red light,
there might be a shit subreddit, but if they went after this, and they talked about it, yeah, fair enough, valid drama. None
of this would happen. And then I'm like, why didn't I just stop at that red light? But I don't know. Sometimes you just make mistakes, and then you just learn from it. So yeah, that's all I can really do.
I'm gonna invest this clip, right? If in the next year, she fucked up similarly, I'm gonna laugh so hard. Please give this woman, a much bigger punishment if that happens. Not right now, but if that happens, that would be so ironic. So yeah, skipping forward, the next part was that she addressed her misspeaking. Because you remember in the clip she was like, guys, don't worry, I drive past red lights all the time. But now she clears it up, how she was very stressed and she just said that out of nowhere. Whatever, I'll let her explain.
Also, I want to clarify something. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter, because if you're here watching right now, you're not even gonna see this. Like the people that it even matters to aren't even gonna see this. But I do not just frequently run red lights. Like, okay, I don't know why I said that on the clip, but obviously I don't just run red lights in my free time. Okay.
I mean, I do agree with. I think if you were stressed like her in that moment, you would just say random shit like, guys, don't worry, I drive past red lights all the time. Yeah, fair enough. Decent response, decent take for that.
Again, stupid thing to say. Okay. I don't know. I just have my brain just broken.
God, my brain's just broken. Oh my. Okay, for that part's fine, But if he said, my brain's broken in the beginning apology, I'll just fucking click off. I wouldn't be making this video. Also, in her defense, she did say that she won't be touching her phone in the future. So, gotta respect that. I wrote down the notes. I forgot to mention that before. So, I retract that previous statement about not clarifying what it will entail as getting better.
Drive everywhere. Like that's just part of being IRL. I just need to drive places. So I think in the future, I just don't look at the phone, and that's it. Right? So then.
There you go. That's good. That's a good apology. Now, to show again, I would not mind, if it was like a 2-minute apology. That would be decent. I would take that in. But, to come back to Twitch the very next day, or, come back to Twitch very soon after and be like, guys, I'm going to do a driving test. I'm going to get better. And just a complete farce. I don't know how you feel about it. I do know how you feel about it. It's annoying. That's what it is. Okay, but now at 52:45 is when you meet the driving instructor. Which, by the way, I think his name's Jacob. If you're a fan of OTK, you might know him. But I was really bought into this, of this being an actual driving test. But at the same time, why would a driving instructor let you stream at the same time as you're doing your test? I don't know, I'm being a bit of a retard. But this idea just makes no sense. It just makes it more annoying, For people that aren't a fan of ExtraEmily, like me, it just feels like a spit in the face. That's it. Oh my god, I'm sorry, no. I have my brain turned off. I just saw the most base chat ever.
This is here. Okay.
Hold on. Look in the Reggie, yeah, whatever. Fucking, where is it? Yes. I can barely read that name. Hold on. She commits crimes and pretends they aren't a big deal by mocking it. Thank you so far. What's your name? Frey from On The Buzz. Thank you so much for Frey on the Buzz. You're so goddamn right. Still to this day, I have no idea, if it's true. But she hasn't received a single fine from that moment. She's ExtraEmily, I feel like she streamed the entire thing. I feel like for the police, it could be so easy to send a fine to her house, and just make her pay for it. It's that simple. But, all that entailed from this was her, making, addressing her on Discord, getting a 1-day ban, and now this fun stream, where she learns her lesson and she didn't learn shit. My god, that's all that happens. This bullshit.
Hello, instructor.
Hello.
Hello, I very ready for driving school today.
Oh, wow. I'm very excited to teach you today.
Thank you.
Now, question, why did you ask me to help you learn how to drive?
Because I think you are a good instructor and you have a very mature voice.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, let me just take a look at my script here.
And the defense, they make it very clear, like, this is just some random bloke, or it's Emily's friends. I mean, but yeah, my God, like once again for the 10th time, you fucked up. I mean, okay, I'm gonna call a spade a spade. You broke the law, and your idea of coming back, proving yourself better is doing a joke stream. What the fuck, boom? Okay, I think this is the part where I get really pissed off, because I remember writing down how shit this driving test is. So they do an eye test, fair enough, whatever. But around an hour 50 minutes, it blows my mind that she picked Jacob, this guy specific. Let's look, like, watch this, like, clip this.
80% of a penny. Okay. Ugh, windy. Wait, this is a UK test?
Yeah, that's what, for some reason they're doing a UK test for some reason. I'm guessing, online is easier to find like the prerequisites, as opposed to the American one or the Texas one, whatever.
No.
Yeah, but once, I'm like, no, hold on, I take that back. Why the fuck would you learn UK rules in a different fucking country, in a different state, as a matter of fact? Why?
Wait, so how often are you supposed to replace your tires, would you say?
Well, it depends how much you drive.
Bro, she brought in her friend who barely knows shit about car. Okay, like this is one clip by itself, but like, my God, what a very simple question. I mean, he has the papers right there with him, and she's like, how often should I do this? How much you drive? Like, come on, dude. If you don't have a funny stream, having a joke stream, whatever, that's fine. But have like, one bit of seriousness. Bring a friend that actually knows his shit. Bring on Nick. Actually, he's too busy with divorce. Ooh, never mind. And also, I'm not sure if he knows how to drive. Or I'm not sure if he's good with cars, so I have no idea.
Let's say I drive like 20k, like I drive 10k miles a year.
I mean, I just
I've seen people saying now, so in the chat, like apparently the UK test is hard. The UK test is harder. Fair enough. Actually, it doesn't matter. This entire test is a joke. Playing serious.
The tire you bought is surely like a very expensive tire is going to last longer. I mean, I think, but I don't think there's a good answer.
Hi, Emily. Really? Okay. So I'm assuming my tires are fine. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Ubar, for the 17. And VMIC for the 11. I will keep checking.
Ready? We'll move on from tires and go to headlights. That headlight fluid you mentioned.
Yes.
Tell me how you would check that the headlights and taillights are working. No need to exit vehicle. How do you know that they're working?
This part is so goddamn funny. Look at this shit.
Do it.
Yeah.
Oh.
What do you find the headlights? Duh, just flicking the shit around. What do you do when you're driving at night? Are you just fucked? You don't know how to turn on the headlights? Holy shit. Also, she's 27, right? And from my knowledge, she doesn't Uber a lot, she drives most times, but like, holy shit, how can you not find the headlights? She turns on like, the main beams by accident.
Oh, wait.
That's the blinker.
So she can't find the main headlights, so look to what she resorts to.
That's the, what do they call it? I mean, it's, forgetting the word. Not the headlights, but the big headlights.
High beams.
The high beams.
The high beams. Look at this shit. What the fuck?
I think it just turned...
Like an actual iPad child, she looks up on a fucking Tesla tablet. What the fuck? This should be illegal. How do you not fucking know where to find the headlights? This is laughable. Holy shit. Okay, I want to see it for a second. I didn't see this part. She does look at a parallel park. Okay, we all know parking is boring. Let me just skip it real quick. Oh, let me speed it up. Sorry, 2 times. My God, bro, I'm sorry. Like, also, why the fuck are you driving a Tesla? What serious, heavy duty work do? You drive a fucking Tesla. I mean, Teslas, aren't like that fucking heavy duty, but like this one in particular seems pretty big. Just get a fucking coupe. Actually, no, she probably needs a big car, because when she does get into a car accident, she has to protect herself. That's why. Like, look at this shit, dude. Okay, I think from what I saw, she's 27, right? I don't know when she last took a driving test, but what the fuck is this? You're literally running the fucking lines. What the hell?
Oh, I've never done it before. Is it different than a normal car?
No, it's the same.
I don't know.
It's actually hard. Wait, but it was decent, right?
I would say if this was a real car, not a cone, you wouldn't have hit it because you would have seen it.
I feel like it's not even possible to get in, like, with that curve, because I would have hit the side of the other car, no?
I mean, respect for him, you know, for like going to like a random bumfuck parking lot, because otherwise she would fucking scratch up someone else's car.
Oh, it's over here.
I'll put it where you want. I can do it.
Sure, to go.
Wait, you have to.
Oh.
Like, I'm not gonna be able to get out the cones again first. Or at least-
Oh, is he gonna drive? Okay. I want to see his ability to drive. Hold on, let me skip this. This is boring.
Oh, now you're testing me, huh? Oh, and I go backwards.
Let's see this actually. Wait, so
Right.
oh my god. What a fucking legend. First try. Holy shit. I might take it back about this guy.
Movie closer. He'll have no idea.
Look at him. Oh my
We're
god.
starting a bit too far.
Okay, he better actually be good at, I mean, he did a good parking already. First try. Sure is good. Wait, so are they trying to like parallel park between the cones or like between the lines? I have no idea. Oh my god, come on,
really?
come on. Jacob. No, it is parallel parking. It is. Oh, so how much fucking room? Okay. I know it's just a test, but you know, be real, be pragmatic. There's no way you have that much room between two cars, between the two cones.
Jacob, the car's over here.
Please stop talking. Alright.
He's doing alright actually, you know. As someone who hasn't driven in like 2 years, yeah, in my opinion, he's pretty good. In my professional opinion. I'll skip to the end part after this because it's just get boring.
Alright, that was it. I did it, okay?
Jacob!
What? I will say I have never parallel parked in my life. So.
Wait, actually?
Well, I've done it on like, you know. Okay.
Never mind. Okay. End of story. You know, chapter 9, and okay, I'm not gonna watch the entire thing because you know, I think by the fact that Emily's alive right now in this day, I think you know that's enough of an indicator that she's alright at parking. She's alright at driving. Somewhat, like someone good enough, you know, to be on the road legally, but you know, not good enough to fucking not miss a red light, you know, in that incident. So, you know, she's alright, but hopefully in the future, like you said, he gets better. Also as well, they end the test segment by doing a theory. And in my opinion, you know, I've seen most people do the theory part first before driving. I think you ought to know, you know, some signs before you drive. Just saying. Also, is she taking like a driving a UK test, a UK theory test now? Because these signs would be nothing.
The divided highway begins. Yes. A diamond-shaped sign is a...
I'm sorry. The second I saw a school crossing sign, I was like, oh my gosh, you might actually fucking drive there. Come on. The fuck?
Perfect.
Means...
The fuck was that?
I don't know what that means. I don't drive a
That's probably
truck.
like the last question actually, I believe, from what I saw. Okay, I'm gonna break this down for a second. Okay, so you have a sign that says 6%, you know, down, and it's like a triangle with a truck going down. This is like a very simple fucking question in my opinion. And the answer she gives.
6% body fat. Wait.
Yeah, what does that mean? Oh, hill ahead? I didn't know that! Why
I didn't know that from the very obvious hill.
6%
From the
there?
very obvious triangle as
Hill
indicator
ahead
of a
is-
hill.
It's going down.
You have passed! I passed!
She did pass. Fair enough.
Since 6% is the slope. Okay, I did not get the hill.
How often to be like she got like 8 out of 10? Like the second one she fucked up was like what do you do, a red light?
I got 9 out of 10!
That's pretty good.
Thank you!
That's pretty good. It is like I'll give it that.
No matter what score I do, tell them I passed. You passed.
I passed?
Yes.
Everything?
Everything.
Really?
You're the best driver I've ever seen.
Yes! Wait, so I passed the driving school.
Yes. But I do have a confession.
Again, please, in 1 year, have her do the same accident. This clip's gonna bite her in the ass.
To make. I'm not a driving instructor. It's me, guys. It's Jacob. It was me.
There you go, big fucking reveal. It's not actual driving instructor. I will say, you know, this last part was so funny. For no reason, like, he glazes her, saying like, you know, extra Emily, you know, Emily, just call her friend. Emily, you know, you fucked up that first time, but I think, you know, it's pretty hard to stream, talk, and drive at the same time. Like, you know, I mean, I'm not sure if he can glaze her because he's a girl, but you know what I mean.
But like, it's sometimes hard to drive even when you have 100% focus. The fact that you can even drive and pass all these little like check boxes when I'm holding the camera and you're talking to, you know, me and narrating what you're doing. It's pretty impressive. So I would say
you're such a good streamer, Extra Emily. You're so awesome. You're so good at driving. You should drive an 18-wheeler. You'd be really good at that. Okay, that's enough for me today. That was so okay. I had fun making this, but just because her streaming, this section was so goddamn annoying, and I laughed at it. Was so annoying. I laughed at it. It's like a horseshoe theory. You know what I mean? Okay, if I was a fan of ExtraEmily, I might enjoy this, but once again, I feel like from whatever crowd you're from, ODK, ExtraEmily, LSF, you can admit objectively that she was being very dumb, streaming while in a car. Like she said herself, as an IRL streamer, she has to drive all the plays. That's fine, but there are two possibilities to that, and one she did admit to, first one being like, oh, just Uber everywhere. That makes sense, or just don't touch your fucking phone while driving and streaming. That makes sense. And she did admit to that, so commend her for that. But like, still though, why would your reaction to this, from this incident where, you broke the law live on stream? Why would your reaction be having a funny stream, having a joking stream? It just makes no, I'm sorry, I'm a stickler, okay? It just makes no sense in my black stickler heart. And to be clear, right, I have no shit against that guy Jacob. I guess his friend Emily just called him on and be like, hey, do you want to be part of my stream? Have a bit of a gaff, have fun. So I'm not against him. He seemed alright. Even as like he glazed her, right? But even as like a non-instructor, I feel like he gave pretty good advice. Actually, wait a second, he never parallel parked. I take it back, actually. Also, by the way, shout out to all the OTK members like Nick and fucking Miskiff, right? There are no controversies in a way. Oh, wait, they both are actually, yeah. Fucking Miskiff, the secretary, and Nick with the domestic divorce, right? But like, even both of them, when this happened, they left no comment, Their friend fucked up. No comment, no dust on the fucking shoulders, nothing bad at all. I mean, Miskiff, hate him all you want, for messing with Japanese culture, but at least with him, he dropped a nice formal apology on Twitter. He made you fucking up, he made himself better, and also as well, like the next day on stream, he like sat down for like an hour, apologizing or explaining his headspace. A bit gay and cringe, but he put some effort into it. Fucking Extra. Also, no, I'm sorry, objectively, I think ExtraEmily fucked up worse than Miskiff. I'm sorry. If Miskiff, did the same shit, like, apart from Japan, in America, wherever, he would not get that much shit. But ExtraEmily, she broke a law and she's getting, 1/10 of the shit, like 1/10 of the heat. It makes no sense. I'm not even kidding. Like, the one thing I expect from this is just like a fucking fine, $1,000, $500, whatever. If he gets a fine from the police, that would relieve me a bit. Cause like, once again, for the 100th time, ad nauseum, she broke the law on stream. Just have her, have her get that at least, please. But apart from that, I'll catch all of y'all in the next video. See you guys.